discover your power though?
With my dad, not having my father.
Now your father left at an early age.
Oh yeah.
And you was like 4 years old.
My parents divorced I was 4 years old.
Right.
So my brothers, I have 2 older brothers. I'm the baby. My dad leaving just left a huge hole.
Right. And you felt it immediately.
Yeah. My mom said I would, when he would come in after, my dad was a welder. And then later on, after they divorced, he started getting high and he was really bad. He was, he was really, really, really bad.
And you saw him bad?
He had a welding.
You saw him in bad conditions, or you knew?
Oh, man.
Right.
Horrible. My family has one of the biggest room-tea shops in Brooklyn called Gloria's on Nostrand Avenue.
That's your family?
That's my family. Okay. Yeah.
Bus up shut?
Yeah. The bus up shut, right? That's my family.
I didn't know that.
Marsha and Cumberbatch. Yeah, that's my family.
Okay.
So we have 3 different locations. My dad had a welding shop right there, and I would like be coming off tour and pulling up on a corner, and he'd be like sitting on top of a crate, like just like shriveled up, like. But he was still my king. He was my dad.
Right.
Like it didn't matter.
So when he left, how did you feel? Like, what was the feeling like?
I'll tell you. I'll give you one better. You have me crying in here. Of course, my brothers tried to fill the void, but that And
they're younger.
No, but your dad is your dad for a little girl.
Right.
Is your king. He's the one who tells you that you are a princess. You are beautiful. He trains you to know that a man should open the car door for you. And this is how you should.
He lays down the standards.
Yes, your daddy's little girl. So all the guys that when I look back and we were talking, my little sister and I were talking about, my god sister and I were talking about the guys that we've dated and we've been with, and I was just like, I picked some like real like crazy ones, but it was because my father, it was like a rebellion, like my pop, like you just left for me to find out from these dudes like how to be treated.
These niggas.
I was just and you're treated just so you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna do them dirty. I'm gonna do them dirty.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And it's more about, like you said, when I realized I had that power, when I got that nickname Il Nana, and when I started to rap, and I said that's the name that I would incorporate that with my name, like publicly in front of millions of people. Like people were just like, "Are you serious?"
You're
but
bugging
the power,
at the time. And you were so young, though.
So young. The statement that it made, though, her name is Foxy Brown, who of course I had to ask permission from the OG Foxy Brown, Pam Grier, who I love to death. Right. Of course, because when you come from class, you call and you ask permission. Is it okay for me to now move, carry that name on? You don't just jack it. Right. Yeah, like you and she, of course I had to.
Right.
There's no way I could have done that. Foxy Brown was Pam Grier, and what she told me was, I was 15 years old, and she told me, the only way you can, she said, I've done damage to this name. Fox, in the 70s, every man wanted to, every dude wanted to, and every girl wanted to be her. Right. That's the bottom line.
No question.
And and she told me, I want you to make your Foxy bigger than my Foxy, meaning when they say the name Foxy Brown, they think of you and not me. So now when they say Foxy Brown now, who do they think about? So she said to me the other day, we were on Monique's show, and I said, Mom, I called Mom, I said, Mom, you told me this 15 years ago. Did I do that? And she said to the audience, she said, when you guys say Foxy Brown, who do you think about?
You.
And I was like in tears, and so she, basically, job well done. You did it. You made your name. For somebody to say, my name is Obama now, and you don't even think about Barack.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I won't say it like that, but I mean,
I'm saying, you make that comparison.
Absolutely.
Can I make one request?
Yes.
Just so we can make this the best experience possible. I'm not asking you to get undressed, but do you think you could take off your bracelets?
Oh, okay. Are they making too much noise?
Yeah. You're a hand speaker, which is all good. We want you to be
animated.
But
they're making noise.
But they're like,
I didn't know where he was going with that, B.
Yeah.
I didn't know where he was going with that.
I know you didn't.
I didn't know where he was going with that, Just. So
but I was over
Jazz,
here. I was over in the corner rubbing my hands
together.
I'm trying to
over there, Jack?
I'm competing with Dallas.
What's going on, Jack?
I'm competing with Dallas.
Jack, are you feeling a little left out over there? What's up?
No. We're all good. We all good.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
I'm just trying to compete with Dallas.
What?
Oh.
Wait, so wait.
So then let me give you Jacob's number, and then whoever gets the nicest gift.
Well, Jacob,
you have
back home.
You have a lot of hits.
Oh damn!
I got a couple.
You have a lot of hits.
GP.
I got a couple.
It's not looking good, GP.
Wait, but Dallas, you can take her to see. You can take her to see Uncle Ralph.
I was gonna say no.
I can go to Wing Wagon, but I ain't going to Jacob.
No. Me and you going to Burger Bagel.
That's
you
right.
get whatever you want at Burger Bagel. Whatever you want.
What? What?
Wait, Bergen Bagel?
No, just back up.
I own half a Bergen Bagel.
Okay.
I own half a Bergen Bagel.
We can't do nothing without Just Blaze.
Let's rein it in again.
We can't do nothing without Just Blaze.
That was
So to Fox,
Yeah.
young Fox, 4, 5, 6 years old, right?
yeah.
4, 5, 6 years. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
After your pops left, right?
Got you. Okay. Sorry about
Just
that.
please, can you stop making me laugh, please?
Sorry.
What's your introduction to hip hop? Like, what's your introduction to the game? Like how
it's
you
funny.
hear it? What inspires you to do this?
Actually, remember, I'm from. My parents are not from this country,
Right.
so I didn't listen to the only thing they played in my house was soca and dance hall. That's it. I was like in Biltmore and 2+1 with the Shirley Thunder outfit. Like I was hip hop like that. Just I wasn't into hip
It was
hop
a
at
different
all.
world. It was
at
definitely
all.
into the dance hall.
Yeah, it was totally. Even now, I mean, if you go look in my car, my truck, or whatever, you'll see Barrington Levy or an Allison Hines or Marshall CD or Baby
Tenor
Cham.
saw?
Like, I don't.
Tenor saw?
Yeah, I'm all day.
All day.
But don't get me wrong. Hip hop for me, the only one who did it for me, the dark skinned one who was beautiful, educated, and she had all the biggest dudes on her, and she didn't care what she said about any of the other chicks, was Roxanne Shante. And that's who I looked at and I said, that's me.
Roxanne Shante.
She's like my big sister till this day.
She inspired you.
Oh my God. All the way. Her own, I mean, a lot of people say, and no disrespect to any of the other females, but Roxanne is who did it for me.
So basically, when you saw Roxanne, was it the music or was it the
Juice Crew?
The power that she had amongst these dudes with Kane and Bismarck and Cool G Rap and
she had the crazy
Master
fur and
Ace.
she was chocolate and she was
MC Shan.
I didn't know that.
She would open her mouth and talk, and
Right.
she would make sense. She was a smart, articulate. I was like,
that's what you wanted.
that's
what you wanted.
That's what I wanted.
And you knew at that point that's what you were gonna do.
That's right, because I knew that when I come out and bust, when you bust your gun, you have to bust. I knew, if that's the level that Roxanne Shante took it to, I have to take it. I want to sell. I mean, it was a dream then, but of course,
Right.
like I want to sell records in Africa and in Ibiza and thing. But I mean, we made it a reality, but
Right.
that was just a dream then.
but you're grown up in a family with educators and people that are in education. Like your goals are different from theirs. Basically.
Absolutely, it was strictly.
When did you start expressing this to your moms? And your mom's is a wonderful woman. I love your moms. When did you start expressing this to her?
My mom is really she's a beautiful mother.
Right.
She from early on, I guess the education thing, like you said, I always wanted to, and actually I'm thinking about going back and just taking classes this maybe next year, only because there's a void there. Like I have a thirst for knowledge. Like I read, I'm an avid reader. Like I'm really just like, again, my mom is an educator. So my first dream was to be a criminal justice attorney. So I took all the forensic science courses, accelerated courses, correspondence courses. I was in prep for prep and science skills. I mean, I did all that.
And then you just started murdering records.
And then I just started murdering them, gunshot upon them.
Bop, 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 bop.
Did you guys notice that Jobless only comes in when it's time to lick shots? How cute. I love it. I love it.
So when do you start writing, Fox?
Oh, I can honestly say that the one who really just said, baby, cuz you have to do this, like you are phenomenal, was my cousin Clark Kent.
DJ Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Super DJ Clark Kent. Like
Clark Kent.
He saw
Tony.
in you, right. Who's
Tony
been on this
is the
show and
one.
is a friend of the room. Like he saw in you the what did he see in you?
My biggest fan, my mother's younger sister, my cousin Pork, was Clark's best friend in high school. They went to Tilden together, and he got murdered. My cousin got shot in our area about 6 or 7 times, and he taught Clark how to DJ.
Right.
So that tore him apart.
Of course.
And I don't know what Tony saw, and I don't know what he saw in me, because it started with me just being dope in poetry and in school, just being a good writer and whatever. And I don't know what he saw. I don't really remember ever just having that moment where it was like, boom, I want to be a rapper, because it happens. So it literally happened for me overnight, which is why I've made probably so many of the mistakes that I've made in the industry, because I didn't have that time. I didn't have that period for them to say, okay, this is how this go. You know what I mean? Like,
you didn't have like any
14
artist
and go.
Right.
Yeah, it was. I went literally like overnight from dealing with teachers and principals to lawyers and accountants overnight.
Right.
And then I had a mom who was not of that whole industry. She didn't care about fur coats and pink wigs. She didn't care about that.
Right.
She's just like, the brown stone of the black is on sale. Like she didn't care.
You made an interesting comment earlier. You said in the green room that like at a certain point you used to be angry or something about your mom because you would see other people's moms at the award shows, like with the furs and like the red hair or the pink hair, and your mom's was just handling her business.
Yeah, we I'm sorry to cut you off, but we talked about that the other day too. My mom is so, people always say like, when we see, like you see her on the block, my mom is never leaving. That brownstone is the Marsha M.
And
she'll be out there with her garden.
She's so not industry.
Yeah, like no, at all. Like she'd park her, whatever car it is, I don't call names, but she'd do that, and I'll call her, Mom, where are you? And she's on a dollar van in Flatbush buying provisions and royalty. And I'm like, you're on a dollar van?
Right.
Like, what do you mean you're on a dollar?
I got money,
she doesn't
Mom.
care.
Right.
Like, she's just like, are you kidding me? Liquidity, you're talking about the quantum thing. Like, she doesn't care about that. And it bothered me at first because...
Like, you would buy your mom furs. And like, yo,
everything.
Mom, get dipped. Like, Jacobs and the whole nine.
And I would think... And she would be like, oh, it's nice. Oh, it's pretty, but you could have saved that.
Right.
And I'm like, Mom... Or there was one award show. I think it was one Grammy. She came to one, which was the one... maybe it was the Grammys or a BET. There's only one award show that Mommy ever went to in Gavin, and I had to like literally just pull her there. But it bothered me because all the other female rappers had their parents were intrigued by that. They like almost lived their life. Like, you know what I mean? They wanted that. Right. They looked like twins, and walking in the red carpet with just the team, and I'm just like, my mom should be here, and I didn't realize the
Did you feel like
beauty
she was turning her back on you, or
no? At first, I just felt like she didn't. Oh, I'm glad you said that, because at first I felt like she just didn't know what hip hop was. That wasn't her culture.
Right.
One, but the thing two, she didn't understand it until she met Miss Wallace, who I love to death, which is Biggie's mom.
Right.
She's from Jamaica as well. She's a teacher. She knew nothing about the music industry and didn't really like it until she said she would start wondering, wow, my son must be,
my son is
you know what I
popular
mean?
and
Right. So
he's got money now and he's legitimate.
So my mom goes, so she's starting to notice my this is my little daughter. This is still little Ingy.
Right.
Like, that's what you call me in the family. Like, and I have Leora Cohen in the kitchen, and Russell and Puffy and Steve Stout. They're in this
all
theme.
up in
They're all in the kitchen together, like
plotting.
Yeah, like Puffy's like, Mom, here's the keys to this, and Leora's like, and we have this, and Jimmy Iovine's on the phone, and I'm 14, and she doesn't care.
Right. That's crazy, though.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy. I respect it now after this whole journey, this maturation journey, growing and just now I totally I love it now.
Right.
I love it now because I'm just like, oh, I realized that it wasn't that you were being standoffish or aloof or whatever. She just didn't, you know what I mean? She didn't. Now she would say, oh, because she knows that, Nikki, Nikki's Trini, and she knows that's family. She's like, you see, Nikki on Idol. And she'll watch it.
So now she's giving Nikki all the love.
But sometimes it takes parents a minute to catch up.
Right.
I remember
she understands what it is, and now she goes, okay, so like whatever it is, whatever. I mean, you can summer jam, that whole speech, whatever. But she'll give me her opinion, and her opinion is valued because she's not of that. She doesn't care about that. She's just like, I think this is what I think is the best situation.
Right.
I think you need to pray on it, and then whatever. And she's just mom. She's my mother.
Right.
When I don't want to be
she
in
wants
Jersey,
anger. She doesn't give a fuck.
when I
about
don't.
Foxy
She doesn't care.
Brown.
When I don't want to be Foxy Brown. There's some days I don't want to be her.
Right.
I love her to death, and she's made me who I am. But there are just some days I just want to be Inga. I don't want to be in Mr. Chow's eating, or in Philippe's, or in Jersey. I want to just have a dirty beef patty and just be on the stoop chilling.
So,